Stats aren't bad, are they, for Erling Haaland? What an impact he made in Dortmund's 3-1 victory against Leipzig at the weekend. Here to talk more about the Norwegian star, Kasey, Keller and Steve Cherundolo with us. Steve, his performance in the second half was so special, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I think you're seeing all the components of a top world-class forward kind of growing week to week. I mean, in 25 games, 25 goals, I believe, in Bundesliga competition. He can beat you in all ways. He can beat you with his head. He can beat you on the dribble. He can beat you in combination play. He really is the full package, and being so young already, it's quite impressive. And I really enjoy watching him. Sometimes I catch myself watching him more as a fan than as an analyst, but he really is the whole package, and he's going to be one certainly leading his generation on.
But that's nothing to be ashamed of, almost, Kasey, because anyone who loves football has got to love this guy.
Definitely, and you see a desire. And I mean, if you talk to Jurgen Klinsmann about strikers, they should have this desire, regardless if it's a five-a-side, if it's a friendly, if it's a match in the Bundesliga, if it's a national team game. They have this desire to score goals, and if they score one goal that match, they're disappointed because they felt they should have scored two. If they scored two, they're disappointed because they should have gotten a hat trick. And you see that from Haaland. There's this effort and this desire to get on the end of things, to be a part of it. He doesn't score off a good chance. You see how disappointed he is. He wants to score goals regardless of the competition, and that's a big, big reason why he is going to continue to be one of the best goal scorers in the world for years to come.
What about those that are saying, Steve, hey, we need to cool our jets a little bit about this guy because it's only the Bundesliga and anyone can score lots of goals there?
Yeah. Well, I certainly didn't manage to do that, but maybe I wasn't much of a goal scorer.
I didn't either, Steve.
Don't feel too bad. Well, I don't think so. I think the hype is legitimate because he checks all the boxes. He has the physical components to beat you. He has the technical, the tactical. And Kasey touched on one of the most important ones for a goal scorer. It's the mentality. And I think if you look at how he structured his career already, moving from one club to another, he knows that Borussia Dortmund is a stepping stone. That's how he set this whole thing up. He actively looked out for Borussia Dortmund and not a bigger club. He could have gone to a bigger club, but he chose to go to Dortmund because it is stepping stone. He's gonna continue to move on and improve in his career. And these are the players, that clubs really need to identify quick. Those are the ones that can improve, who want to improve, and have the mentality to not be complacent with where he's at right now. And I'm a bit impressed so far, and I'm looking forward to more.
If you're building Kasey Keller FC, Kasey, who's ahead of him? Which strikers? Lewandowski? Who else?
Well, I mean, some of it also depends on, are you building Kasey Keller FC with unlimited funds? But yes, I mean, obviously he's going to have an expensive price tag. I think the only thing where maybe a handful of people would be above him is simply because they already have that pedigree. They've already done it. You look at a Lewandowski, you look at a Harry Kane, maybe an Mbappe, except for my only question with Mbappe is that desire factor. I see so much more in Haaland. So yes, there's some guys that have done it for several years more than this gentleman, and maybe that's the only reason why they're ahead of the pick. But this kid is definitely one of those players that comes along in a few generations. And the question mark now is just how high can he go, and will he fulfill that potential?
What about for you, Steve? Unlimited funds, don't worry about that. You're loaded. Looking at it, Lewandowski, Kane, Mbappe, are they the three you'd have ahead of him?
I think I would add into Lukaku in there. I think Lukaku is also a complete forward. He can score, he can combine. He definitely, with his presence on the field, will occupy two central defenders. So he's helping our team in many ways. I don't see Mbappe being as good as those three. So for me, it's Kane, Lukaku, and Lewandowski.
Julien Laurent is going for you now, Steve.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.